Hey everybody, it's PartyElite, welcoming you to yet another Total War Warhammer 3 Let's Play on the channel, this time with a massive thanks to the folks over at Creative Assembly for giving me early access to the Champions of Chaos DLC. That means I will finally be able to have a series on the channel dedicated to my personal favorite Chaos God. I am very excited for this series, folks, and I want to mention, for those of you that are unaware, I have another series ongoing at the same time, which is actually a Karl Franz Immortal Empires campaign in Total War Warhammer 3.2. And if you're not aware of that, I have it linked in the pinned comment down below, next to the link to my game store, where if you decide you finally want to pick up Total War Warhammer 3, or perhaps you want to pick up some of the DLC, including this one, you can do so at that link to support the channel as you buy. Now, enough of an opening spiel. Very excited to get into this, so why don't we go ahead and click that campaign button, click that new button, and perhaps to the surprise of some, we're actually going to be doing this in the Realm of Chaos campaign. The reason why I want to do that is because the objectives are actually story-driven, and I really want to see the narrative play out. I really liked with Total War Warhammer 2 how Creative Assembly used the Vortex campaign map, but made all those, future DLC that released have their own storylines. Vampire Coast, Tomb Kings, all of them had their own compelling storylines that didn't really tie into the Vortex. And I want to see if they've been able to pull that same thing off here with the Realm of Chaos. The Immortal Empire's objectives are, I don't want to say generic, because that has sort of a negative connotation, but they're the same. They're domination, they're about destroying other factions. All good fun, don't get me wrong, which is why I was hesitant to use the word generic, but they're standard Total War type objectives, whereas the Realm of Chaos objectives are story-driven. They have that grand finale battle, and I really want to showcase that for the DLC, and maybe later on down the line, if y'all are interested, we'll come in with an Immortal Empires campaign as well. But with that explanation out of the way, let's go ahead and head into the Realm of Chaos for the first time in a long time for myself personally. We're going to go ahead and pick the Warriors of Chaos faction, of course, and Vilitch the Curseling is our legendary lord of choice. Oh man, I'm quite pleased with how they look together. I'm very pleased with how they look together. But let's take a quick look at our details over here. First, just want to point out where we start on the map, so you can see we are, I guess, in a way, roughly in the same region as our Immortal Empires campaign, though of course it is on the significantly smaller map. It is on the Game 3 map. And just to clarify as well, for those of you who aren't familiar with how all this works, but if you have Total War Warhammer 3 and you get this DLC, this is the only map you'll be able to play this faction on. If you have Total War Warhammer 2 and Total War Warhammer 1, you'll get the Immortal Empires campaign as well, which spreads across the combined map of all three games. I just want to put that out there for those of you who might not know what's going on. You might be new to the series with this third game. Just wanted to, just to be clear, I suppose. But folks, we are going to be seeing a starting army with Chaos Knights with lances. We've got some Chaos Warriors of Tzeentch. We've got some Marauders, some Marauder Horsemasters, and some Chaos Warriors with great weapons. We can see the faction effects. Vassals gain increased barrier hit points and spread Tzeentch corruption. We have access to the changing of the ways, but it is a little different in both the currency as well as the options available to us when we're playing as Vilitch. So that's something we'll point out nice and early. Forces receive benefits for having high winds of magic. That's familiar to us, of course. We convert a portion of our own battle casualties into souls. Again, that is specific to the Warriors of Chaos. Souls are an important currency to make progress through our story-driven campaign, and it just means that we're able to convert some of our own losses into souls, whereas other, other champions, I suppose, aren't able to do that. We also, of course, have access to Tzeentch's teleportation stance, and as you can see, the Lord's own army actually has access to that stance at a cheaper cost, which is nice to see. We also have the passive ability, the Twisted Twin, which gives us better melee defense, better melee attack, and better spell mastery for as long as we are in melee or casting spells. So either or, which is pretty neat. We talked about this in a previous video when these guys were being revealed, but it's going to be interesting to see how it actually plays, right? And you can see we also steal some of the XP that other lords gain as well. So Vilitch should really be able to stay ahead as his other people are gaining experience as well. With all this looked at, we'll take a quick peek at the settings as well, just to make sure we are on very hard difficulty. We're going to turn advice frequency to minimal, because that has interrupted me in the past. All this is good otherwise. I think we're perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and hit that start campaign button and see exactly what the Champions of Chaos hold. What is the true purpose of those who serve within Tzeentch's schemes? The answer eludes Vilitch the Curseling no less than his master's other puppets. Legitimized long ago as a horribly remarkable agent of change by the great conspirator himself, the disturbing creature known as the Twisted Twin acts with inscrutable intent, leading his hard-bitten host through warpaths of misrule, disorder, and death. As the fate of a lesser god draws to its conclusion, the sorcerer Runt is soon to turn his attention back north, where broils something ancient and potent deep within the wastes. Most importantly, a rare chance to secure favor in the eyes of his master, and perhaps never be forsaken again.
Deep in the Chaos Wastes, a deadly battleground harbors dark promises. For its victor, great favor from their sadistic god. For the slain, damnation. In ancient Zanbaijin, an accursed altar thrums with immense power. By Ursen's cataclysmic death cry, its eternal seal is weakened. Countless souls of fallen warriors, now laid bare. A ruinous harvest craved by the dark gods. Whispers of change reach Vilitch the Curseling, the forsaken master of misrule. A chance to prove his worth to his scheming master, Tzeentch, the architect of fate.
None is worthy to enact his plans but me.
The souls shall be claimed, and with them, apocalypse is certain. But what horrors await the world? May the greatest champion prevail!
Silence, fool! I shall summarize our situation. It is my plan, after all. I desire this altar, but the dredges of this backwater claim it. End them. More vassals are required. Puppets to enact our scheme. Raise a dark fortress in the ruins of the citadel. Once we have an army worthy of the Twisted Twins, then we will march south. Past Troll country lies Kislev, ripe for the picking. But they're an enemy, 'cause Dalton rules a pitiful religion. Yes, we shall, brother. There's much to do, much to do. Then get on with it!
I gotta say right off the bat, CA bringing their A game with that opening cutscene. I really liked the moment there with the, oh my god, the Vilitch moment there. Whew, that was really nice. All right, the path to Zanbaijin. Zanbaijin's final champion shall claim the altar of battle and herald one chaos god's supremacy over the world. First, their master's gaze must be turned. To reveal the way to the final battle at Zanbaijin, a network of chaos rifts must first be created. Chaos rifts open as you collect enough souls to grant you the required sigils. Right, so this is stuff we're familiar with from some of the introductory conversations and blog posts and stuff we've seen, but I just want to point out really quickly again to reiterate my point. All this stuff you're seeing here about the path to Zanbaijin, and in fact even our objectives down over here with regards to collecting 50,000 souls, opening 8 rifts to get these sigils, or to use these sigils to open these rifts, and having this final clash, all this stuff is only available in this campaign. You do not have access to this stuff in the Immortal Empires campaign. So it's nice to have sort of two different approaches, and that's kind of why I wanted to do the Realm of Chaos campaign, so we could engage with this narrative aspect. And here we have the how they play. I'll go into all this stuff as it comes up. I don't want to make the front end of this video too mechanics heavy, but as the mechanics become relevant, I will explain how they work, and you'll see kind of how different these guys feel, or how similar in some ways they feel as well. I mean, on the topic of similar but different, we can very quickly take a look at the changing of the ways. You can see immediately, for example, we use souls to perform these various changing of the ways, and some of these are familiar, some of these are a little different, and I'm not going to get into it too much. I'm sure many of you are very familiar with Tzeentch's changing of the ways, and you can see how it's different for Vilitch himself. Like I said, I'm not going to spend too much time explaining mechanics that I'm sure many of you are already familiar with. I want to make sure we dive into everything that's fresh and new sooner rather than later. So here's what we're going to do right off the bat. We're actually going to recruit into the warband over here. Recruitment happens immediately, and the availability of troops is based on where you are. And you can see there's a percentage chance of recruitment being sort of replenished, the recruitment pool being replenished. Right now we can only get the one set of Marauders and the one set of Chaos Warhounds, but the moment I hit that recruit button, they will be available at full strength immediately, right? Of course, we also have access to the warband upgrades, though we don't technically have access to them just quite yet, because the units actually have to rank up, and in some cases we have to have certain technologies unlocked as well. But you'll see we're able to get upgrades done through the Undivided chain of units that I'm quickly hovering over right now, so you can kind of see what all these units are. Hopefully I haven't missed any. But apart from that, we can also go through the Tzeentch specific line, and each of these champions will have their own specific lines as well. So it's pretty neat. Again, this is something that I absolutely love. You might have heard me say countless times how I do not like disbanding units. I will take tier 1 units all the way to the end of a campaign because I grow attached to them, and this is a great way to stay attached to units that I love, that have performed very well and have a history, but also actually upgrade them to higher tier units as they go along. But of course, you know, we have there are investment requirements, and at times there are technology requirements as well. In fact, these Marauders are able to upgrade right now to the Marauders of Tzeentch with spears, or just the regular Marauders of Tzeentch. I'll keep them as is for now. I'll keep them as is. We'll leave them be for now. We'll leave them be for now, because the other thing I want to do with this army is actually with regards to the changing of the ways. We're going to use Spawnify right off the bat to add 3 Chaos Spawn to Vilitch's army. It costs 250 souls. That's nothing. We got a bank of 1,000, so that's all good. It'll be 15 turns before we can use this again, but might as well have it sooner rather than later. Why start with a weak army when we can start with a strong army, right? And you might be thinking, well, the first order of business is to take on this army over here. We're at war with Norska, so obviously the game expects us to eliminate these guys and to take this holding over here. But this holding is actually a Dark Fortress site, which means if we take the Altar of the Crimson Harvest, these guys immediately become our vassals, including this army over here. So we're going to just dance around these guys and hit the altar instead. And immediately we're seeing how the opening of this campaign is completely different from almost any other campaign we've seen in Total War Warhammer for the last 3 games. If memory serves me correctly, it's always battle, city. This one, starting with a city. I love it. I love it. This run is extremely funny to watch, by the way. But we're going to go ahead and encircle you, because we also want to bring in our Chaos Sorcerer of Metal over here. Oh my goodness, the black. By the way, I'm always open to name suggestions, ones that are hopefully easier to pronounce. Feel free to drop them in the comments. Put the word name in your comments so I can find it more easily. And if a timestamp is required to identify the unit that's performed well in a battle or something, that is very much welcome as well. But yes, let's go ahead and get you into Vilitch's army over here. We know we can make it. We know the siege is happening, so send you in. Should be able to do that. Go ahead and speed you up. There we go. And we'll take the Altar of the Crimson Harvest and explore some of the other mechanics after this battle is done. Let's dive on in. Post-victory is still predicted. We could auto-resolve and not take any hurt, but of course this is the first battle of this campaign, and so to the battlefield we go. Alright, let's see how Vilitch and his army feels. Do we need to channel magic? I say, why not? Let's go for it. Hopefully it works in our favor, knowing my luck though. Oh hey, what do you know? You know what? Every once in a while it works out. Start deployment, and let's see, what do we want to do? Do we want to split our troops up? I mean, these are very narrow walkways to enter from, so we'll probably want to split up a little bit. We have these Chaos Warriors of Tzeentch. They of course have the Mark of Tzeentch, giving them the barrier that you can see right up top, and magical attacks as well. We also have with us these Chaos Warriors with great weapons. We have the Marauders. We have Chaos Knights with lances, the Marauder Horsemasters, the Chaos Warhounds, and then these 3 spawn of Tzeentch that we just spawned using the changing of the ways. An expense that I hope I don't come to regret at any point in time, but I would rather use that sooner and have access to it again sooner as well than just sit on it for no real good reason. Right? It makes sense to me. Let's put these spawn down over here. Maybe they'll be able to push up and cause some trouble with some rear charges somewhere. I would like to try and tear the enemy army apart as much as possible. It shouldn't be too complicated a battle, but you know, who knows how things will go down, if we'll get trapped between buildings somewhere and just get shot up by towers. Never want to take things for granted. Let's go ahead and get you over here as well. I think this will be the brunt of our push. Those spawn are a little far away, aren't they? That's a little too far away, I think. Maybe the spawn can actually be over here, and we'll bring everybody else over to the other side. Get rid of the spawn, please and thank you. Get everybody else coming in from either of these ends, I think. That should do the trick. You guys over here. What do we have? These 3 coming up from over here. Again, like, not the widest paths. And we have these Horse Masters, of course. We'll get them pushing up, maybe getting some early damage into anything that's waiting over there. And we, of course, have these Chaos Knights with lances as well. A couple good rear charges here and there would be very welcome, of course. I wonder, let's go ahead and put them over here, because then they can move pretty quickly, right? They'll come through, they'll get some rear charges, hopefully at either one of these walkways or whatever you want to call it. And what else do we have left over here? These Warhounds as well. Let's get the Warhounds over here as well, doing kind of the same duty, coming in from the rear and getting some damage done. Again, shouldn't be too complicated, hopefully relatively simple. We do have access to Searing Doom from our Sorcerer, and we also have access to Arcane Surge to augment the winds. Not right off the bat, obviously, but eventually, soon enough, hopefully we'll have access to that to use it during this battle. Let's go ahead and begin. What do we have? The Marauder Spearman up over here. Let's go ahead and move up. I'm curious to see how Vilitch performs in combat, in melee and with spellcasting both. Those guys back over there. What do we have over here? Are these spears by any chance? Just Marauders? All right, let's push the spawn in. Get a good pummeling in over there. And Vilitch, what are we looking at over here? We've got the Pink Fire of Tzeentch and the Blue Fire of Tzeentch. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. What are these? Marauder Spearmen. We should be able to dive in without too much trouble. Searing Doom. We'll wait until the enemy's actually pinned in place before we start dropping bombardments on them. Chaos Spawn coming through. Always a sight to behold, the Chaos Spawn. The Spawn of Tzeentch, I should say specifically over here. Quite nicely done, I think. Quite nicely done. Alright, well, let's go ahead and zoom on back, make sure I'm not missing anything important. The Horse Masters are getting some damage in already. As we can see, we're causing some hurt to these Marauder Spearmen over here. Nothing too wild. There we go, another volley coming through. I'll take whatever I can get. A little worried about... I'm not really worried about much. I just don't want to take... I never like taking losses. I never like taking losses. A Vilitch is about to dive in over here, looks like. Just want to see how that looks as we're pushing these guys up as well. So let's go ahead and move you up. Let's see how Vilitch looks diving in to melee. Yeah, let's do it. In we go. Seems to be having an alright time. Twisted Twin is kicking in. Just I want to see some of these animations and stuff, especially. Because when we have calmer battles, we're able to zoom in a bit more and spend a bit more time with everything before things get super intense. But it looks like we actually have our Horse Masters caught out a little bit. Let's go ahead and pull these guys back. Whoops. I stay completely distracted. Not the end of the world. That's all good. Let's go ahead and bring these guys in as well. And the Chaos Spawn having a bit of a field day as well. Looks like they've lost their barriers, some of them. So just want to play it safe over there. We've got some more Marauders over here. Go ahead and dive into them, please. Just want to make sure we're not losing actual health. I'm fine with the barrier dropping, obviously, but we want to pull back units that have lost their barrier to try and regenerate it and keep them going longer. I want to try and build good habits right off the bat. And I wonder if I shouldn't move into capture this point, actually. Make sure they're not able to build too many towers anywhere. Keep pushing up. We've got these Marauders over here. Wonder if we send our Chaos Knights with Lances in there real quick just to get a charge in nicely. These Marauder Horsemen, shut them down with the Warhounds. Vilitch is having an alright time. Let's go ahead and charge in. Of course, the barrier is helping us. We're actually doing, like, middling in melee, not amazingly. Let's go ahead and see how this charge comes through. The Chaos Knights with Lances coming through on these Marauders. Give me something glorious here. Come on, baby. Alright, not too bad. A little bit of distance there. Touch of damage. All good, all good. We'll pull back. We'll cycle. Alright, we've come in over here. Chasing these Marauder Horsemen. Good stuff, good stuff. And how's the situation down over here looking? Keep pushing, keep pushing. Where are my Horsemasters? Send them through as well. Try and capture this point up there. Vilitch is about to lose his barrier. I'm gonna pull him back. Maybe we use the Pink Fire of Tzeentch. Like, nope, like so. Hopefully that's good placement. Yeah, I would say that was all right. I would say that was all right. Let's go ahead and get Vilitch out there so he can regenerate his barrier, if we can just get him out of there. And let's get Searing Doom down over here as well. Might as well use that Sorcerer, right? We have him for a reason. In we go. Oh, yes. Now that's what I'm talking about, baby. I love it. I do love it. Sorcerer's in there as well, by the way. He's going toe-to-toe, too. He doesn't want to sit back and relax. Looks like our Warhounds took a bit of a beating, unfortunately. Keep pulling these Knights back. And how are we looking over here? Doing all right over there. These guys are moving up to capture the point. Warhounds pulling back. All right, all good, all good. Not feeling too bad about our circumstances. Let's get the Chaos Spawn coming through towards the victory point over here. We've captured that point, it looks like. Yep. Let's go ahead and push in. I read that as the Muppets of Misrule. Oops. A very different tone to that name. Push in, get the Sorcerer away. Have another Searing Doom available already, actually. Look at that. Look at that. Doing great over here. These Marauder Spearmen do not stand a chance. And up over here, we're capping this point. How does the Spawn look? They're making their way up. All right. Hopefully, we'll get some nice charges into these Hunters. They are... should be relatively easily taken care of. Keep these Knights away. Play keep away over here. And the Warhounds are retreating. That's okay. I'm not too fussed about that. Spawn coming up the little walkway there now. All good, all good. Almost done capturing this. Let's go ahead and pull you back over here. Finish capturing that. Vilitch, keep you away. And let's go ahead and get that Searing Doom, actually. It looks like these guys are still sticking around. So pop that down over here. Send these guys in as well. And let's see how that... oh, you know what? That Searing Doom was a bit of a waste, wasn't it? That's a lie. That Searing Doom actually worked out quite nicely. Eliminated this other unit of Marauders. Shattered the first one. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. All right, let's move up. Vilitch, let's get you up over here as well. Looks like there's a wall to navigate. And in comes the Spawn to eliminate these Hunters. Come on, come in with a nice charge. All right, not too shabby. Not too shabby. Backup troops right behind them as well, coming through. Quickly enough, I should hope, and then we can hopefully take that victory point. Where is this tower getting its... There we go. I was like, have we not captured this point yet? There it is. So this has been destroyed. This platform still stands, unfortunately. And there's one over there as well. We got to destroy these platforms. Fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. Spawn doing all right? Yeah, they're doing okay. Just going to brute force our way through this. Just going to brute force our way through. Come on. Come through, come through. And pretty soon, Vilitch will be up here. The Sorcerer will be making their way up as well. Go ahead and destroy this barrier. Oh, you know what? Make your way up there. Why spend time with the barrier? Make your way up here. Let's go. Feeling all good? Yeah, the Spawn have done their work over there. Into these Hunters next, I think. Hopefully we can get a nice clean charge over here. Oh, in we go. Look at that. Look at that. That's terrifying. In we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Give me some more. All right. There we go. Good clean hits. Good clean hits. Barrier is a little low across the board for the Spawn, but not anything I'm too worried about. They've got plenty of health. Again, just habit building. Just habit building is what I'm thinking about. Moving over here. Victory is obviously ours. There's no way we're losing this battle, but still nice to do it with some degree of style, right? Some degree of style. These guys are done for. What do they have left? And my Knights in? Oh, there it is. Nothing. Not even their will to fight. Good stuff. You know what? Decently pleased with how that battle went. A decisive victory, as I expected, but fun to play. Fun to play overall. Very fun to play, in fact. That was good. I mean, again, simple battle, not too much to get like caught up in or stuck in. Only lost 85 troops. It just felt so fun. Some good clean hits with some beautiful spells. I always love seeing the spawn in action, and look at some of those kill counts. Good lord, I am glad I spawned them just, you know, as one of the first things I did there. They cleaned up so many of the enemy. 250, well actually let's see the screen over here, right? So that's 290, like 300, almost 400 kills between the three of these units. Again, folks, if you have name suggestions, I like to do it when there's a momentous occasion, when there's a cool story beat, or when there's just an impressive performance. Leave those name suggestions in the comments down below. Let me know what unit you would like to name, give me a timestamp, and put the word name in the comments so I can find it easily, and we should get started on that ASAP, right? Look at that, even the Sorcerer over here getting 62 kills. Vilitch got 70. Vilitch did quite well. I think I could have kept him in there without having to worry about pulling him back, but I thought minimize our damage taken in that first battle and win our decisive victory. This is beautiful. So as you can see, we've gained some souls over here. Now these souls you will see accumulate up over here. So let's go ahead and take on those rewards, and we'll talk about souls in just a second as I occupy and vassalize. So this being the Dark Fortress, needs occupation if we want to vassalize the associated Norscan faction. So that's of course exactly what we're going to do, as we discussed. Occupy and vassalize, and you will see immediately these guys are no longer enemies. They are, well, vassals as promised. So I'm glad, you know, I kept them alive, and we can maybe use them, use war coordination to help us some way or the other once we get enough what's it called again? I keep forgetting. Allegiance. There we go. So I feel like that's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. I also like that the game doesn't hold your hand and give you 6 objectives for your first turn, and you're kind of able to discover that yourself. To me, that's very neat. But also, let's talk about souls for a bit, right? So the path to Zanbaijin involves collecting, what was it, 50,000 souls? And as you make your way across these thresholds, as you can see, we can get Chaos Rifts. And you can, from my understanding, you can place rifts not anywhere you want, but in predetermined locations, but you get to choose those which ones are open. So you can strategically place rifts in ways that advance your goals personally, while also, of course, taking you down this track to eventually get to Zanbaijin and fight the big final battle. So that's pretty cool. So that's how souls accumulate for the path to Zanbaijin. They also accumulate as a currency separately, as you can see from the battles, from looting, sacking, and raising, from, you know, path to glory things, events, all that kind of stuff. That your typical Total War stuff accumulates souls, and then you can spend souls a few different ways. You already saw how Changing of the Ways has had its ways changed to cost souls instead now. So a lot of the good stuff that's familiar to you, probably if you've played as Tzeentch, is available still, but it is done using souls instead. Apart from that, we also now have the Gifts of Chaos, another use of souls. Right off the bat, I just want to say, I hate, but in like the positive way. Like it makes my skin crawl how the eyes follow your cursor around. So I say hate, but I mean that in like a good way. Like I like how it makes me feel very uncomfortable. But yeah, they follow the cursor around. That's really fun. But it's pretty interesting because I don't think this was mentioned in the blog posts, but the slots for the Gifts of Chaos are actually locked based on the slot. So for example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 slots that will give us access to the Gifts of Tzeentch, and we have 1, 2, 3 slots that will give us access to Gifts of Chaos Undivided. One slot can obviously be only filled with one thing at a time, so you'll want to like give and take and balance out what gifts you have active at any given time. So let's take a quick look at the Gifts of Chaos Undivided. I should have timestamps down below that should help you kind of navigate the mechanics conversations if you're not interested or what have you. So feel free to use the timestamps to jump around as you desire. Hopefully that makes it a bit more convenient to view this episode. Future episodes won't be as mechanics explanatory as we move past some of the core mechanics. But if we take a look at the Gifts of Chaos Undivided, you can see we've got Fury of Chaos over here, which will instantly add this gifted unit to our pool. And so we'll be able to, in fact, let me close this really quickly to show you the additional recruitment options. So we have the Warband recruitment that you already saw us use. We also have, of course, Regiments of Renown. You can see the Severed Claw, Aspiring Champions, Regiment of Renown. We've got the Word Spawn, the Chaos Spawn, Regiment of Renown, Blazing Squealers, Exalted Pink Horrors of Tzeentch, Swords of Chaos, Chaos Knights, Summoners of Rage, Dragon Ogres, and the Soul of Damnation, the Hell Cannon. So I just want to highlight these so you could see what all the Regiments of Renown are and what their stats are as well. Then, of course, we looked at the Warband upgrades, but there is, of course, there's Allied recruitment as well, but gifted units is different, and these are units that you can, well, that you get from having gifted to you. So for example, we have access to these Pink Horrors of Tzeentch, just the one for now, but we are able to, by using, sorry, that was not the button I was looking for, by using the Gifts of Chaos, we are able to unlock, for example, a unit of Furies added to that pool, and then every 3 turns afterwards, we'll get another unit of Furies added. So there's a similar one for the Gifts of Tzeentch. Instead of Furies, it is the Screamers of Tzeentch, and again, every 3 turns, we'll have another unit of Screamers of Tzeentch added to our pool, but there's an upkeep cost. We have to keep spending 50 souls per turn to get those guys going, and as you can see, they all have upkeep costs, so you want to be very judicious about your use if you are tight on souls. So that's the Fury of Chaos. We've got Ruinous Bulwark, defensive supplies, plus 1000, missile resistance 15%, and army ability Shatterstone during siege battles. Powerful explosion, affects city walls and siege equipment. Siege battles may be launched instantly, so that's pretty cool. You know, if you're about to do a lot of siege battles, you might want to get Ruinous Bulwark before you move forward. I believe Tzeentch has a similar, no, I'm mistaken, sorry. We've got Raiders, oh god, Raiment over here, I think is how you say that word. Casualty replenishment rate specifically for Chaos Marauder units goes up. Their melee attack goes up as well, and it looks like there is a tech-locked extra layer here to increase unit experience gain for Marauders as well, and that can help upgrade them, right? You go through the Warband upgrades. To do that, you need experienced units, and so this can help do that if you're in a rush there, which, you know, there's reason to be. Horrifying Presence over here gives the cause fear to all undivided units, so that's pretty cool, actually. That's quite hefty. Damn. That can make a pretty big difference on the battlefield. It also increases the unit experience gain for undivided units too. Undying Oath, allegiance points gained plus 100% for alliances and vassalage with Norska, cool, and tribute from vassals is increased by plus 100% as well, not bad at all. Crown of Kings over here, faction leader grants 25% of experience earned to other lords, so sort of like a reverse Vilitch, where Vilitch is stealing. Having Crown of Kings access as well would, okay, now hang on, here's the question, does that, how does that chain? It obviously doesn't, right? Like, if a lord earns some XP, and whatever, 12% of it or whatever goes to Vilitch, does 25% of that 12% go back to that original lord? Probably not, but that would be a funny feedback loop. Apart from that, Undivided Authority gets +1 as well for the faction leader's army. Okay, fair enough. Hail of Hellfire over here. Units will be instantly added to your gifted units pool and every 4 turns afterwards. That's the Hell Cannon. Ooh, nice. And then there's Dark Portal. Experience gain plus 50% for undivided lords and heroes. And then we've got ability, the Portal Glyph for all undivided characters. This does what? Summons a unit of Chaos Furies. Nice. Takes all the effort in the world not to read that as Chaos Furries. Still, down over here, we've got the Reaver's Reward. Casualty replenishment rate reduced significantly for Chaos Marauder units, but the upkeep is reduced significantly as well. And you can see unit experience gain plus 50% for quite a few different types of units, with an additional attribute available here, expendable for Marauders and Marauder Horseman units. That's pretty cool, because when they're expendable, they don't affect the morale of your other troops and stuff when they're in trouble. That's kind of cool. We got Empowered Worship over here to add Chaos War Shrines to the gifted units pool and every 4 turns afterwards. And at the bottom over here, we have Carnage Incarnate. This will add the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth to your gifted units pool and every 4 turns afterwards. And that is just Chaos Undivided. Again, you can only have 3 of those active at a time. Let's take a look at the Gifts of Tzeentch. Horror of the Skies, again, we discussed that as the Screamers of Tzeentch, available every 3 turns, or added every 3 turns, including the turn you, well, once when you actually activate it, and then every 3 turns afterwards. Then we've got the Tides of Magic over here, reduced cooldown for all spells, increased barrier hit points by 25%, but also an increased miscast base chance by 25%. I assume that applies to yourself as well, otherwise it wouldn't be in red, is my assumption. We've got down over here the Whirling Destruction, adding the Pink Horrors of Tzeentch to your gifted units pool, and with the associated tech all the way down over here. So it's not, they're not all like immediately available, but with the associated tech we get Summoned from Beyond for the Faction Leader's Army. Fair enough. We've got the Forbidden Knowledge option over here. Research rate increase, control reduction across all provinces, but increased ambush defense chance by 25% for all armies with an associated tech. That's not bad at all. Arcane Wisdom enables warp flame attacks for all units with the Mark of Tzeentch. All units with the Mark of Tzeentch get warp flame attacks. That is not too shabby. Again, though, it comes with a 100 upkeep cost, right? Unit experience gain plus 15% for all Tzeentch units as well. Arrow of Destiny increases ammunition for armies led by Tzeentch devoted characters. Experience gain plus 25% for Tzeentch lords and heroes. And ability Gaze of Fate for all Tzeentch characters. That, oh wow, paralyzes an individual, affects enemies in range. I guess it paralyzes an entire unit and reduces their melee attack by 40. That is huge. That is huge. Flames of Fate over here, bringing in Flamers of Tzeentch. I guess 2 at a time, and then every 4 turns, it's another 2 added. That's not too shabby either. Magical Worship gives us the Chaos War Shrine of Tzeentch specifically, added every 4 turns. And then we've got the Winged Watchers over here, the Lord of Change. It gets added to your gifted units pool and every 4 turns afterwards. And then the Mysterious Mechanisms gets us the Soul Grinder of Tzeentch. Wow, okay. And every 4 turns afterwards. Now you might be wondering, well, hang on. We already have enough souls to afford this upkeep for a bit. Why don't we just pop that on? Well, you actually have to sacrifice souls to unlock the higher tier stuff. And sacrificing souls includes things like actually, you know, adding slots. Like when you spend souls, it counts as a sacrifice. So you have to actively be using your other gifts of chaos to unlock the higher tier ones. So hopefully I didn't do a little bait and switch there, a little abilities, as as it used to be called, at least for video games, when you know you play your first level, you have all the special weapons, and they get taken from you. The little abilities. Anyway, Horror of the Skies sounds fun, so why don't we go ahead and add that. Costs us 500 souls. Sure, that's not too shabby. Gives us access to another unit, right, the Screamers. And you'll see right away, we've got a couple of notifications over here. Turns until the gift can be exchanged, so it is locked in place for at least 1 turn. 3 turns until more units are granted from this gift. And we will go ahead and be paying 50 souls per turn until we get rid of that on the slot, right? But let's go ahead and recruit the unit that gifts us, as well as the Pink Horrors of Tzeentch that we already had access to. Pop them in. Money's looking kind of tight, but that's okay because we actually own a settlement now that we can get some buildings in. Just want to point out really quickly, actually saying that reminds me, you cannot use the Gifts of Chaos until you own a settlement, which is why it's not one of the first things I did. We had to actually get a settlement first. Now, at the Altar of the Crimson Harvest, we are going to go ahead and build right off the bat the raid trophies over here. That favor generated is rather significant, so I don't think that's a bad idea. Apart from that, it is tempting to get the corpse mound as well, so we can develop this as quickly as possible. It'll take a very long time to get pop over here and to actually upgrade this settlement, so that's what I'm thinking. I wouldn't mind holding on to... The Black Gulch, I think, is closest, and I believe we're already at war with them. I wouldn't mind holding on to that to get some lower tier buildings and supplement recruitment and things like that. Right? Because, like, for example, the tribal garrison, the Marauder tribes line, only goes up to tier 3. It would be a wasted slot in a Dark Fortress. So I think I want to be a bit more... I want to have more than just our Dark Fortresses, but by and large, I think we'll be sticking with Dark Fortress expansions and vassalizing... the Vilitch people. But let's go ahead and get those raid trophies built. We cannot afford the... Oh, no, we can. We just can't. We don't have the option to build it right now, obviously, because we're doing the raid trophies. But maybe next turn we'll go ahead and get the corpse mount. Oh, I lied. We can't afford it. We cannot afford it. It's 2,000. I remember it is 1,000. Soon enough. Soon enough. We're over here replenishing. Not that we need it. Let's go ahead and spend our skill points. Route Marcher always. And, oh, boy. I'm actually not sure, to be honest. Do I want to go with... Oh, let's go with Ruination. I like that. Serve or Die is tempting. That reduced recruitment cost is nice, but I mean, it's we kind of... I did a lot of recruitment before we got Serve or Die, so oops. But let's go with Ruination. I like that. Let's see if we use that more often and actually take advantage of attrition, right? I want to get to Lightning Strike tier 3 because that is still relatively powerful. As much as it costs a bit more than it used to, that is still relatively powerful, so I like that. And apart from that, I wouldn't mind getting Fate in Flux all the way to the end over here, that campaign movement range buff, the extra souls gained from battle, the extra income as well. Like, it's all good stuff. We will, of course, get distracted en route, though, right? As we're making progress with Vilitch in particular, I'm sure there are some interesting options over here. Just hovering over them really quickly again, if you want to pause and take a look at them in further depth. I'm sure we'll explore them as they become relevant. Ooh, weapon strength plus 10%, devastating charge over here, giving us plus 30 charge bonus at the second tier. Thick-skinned, adding to armor, 7 then 15, hard to hit, 6 then 12, deadly blade, 6 then 12, foe seeker, wound maker, scar veteran. Okay, well, we're familiar with that ending section. We got the blue fire of Tzeentch, the fires of change, the pink fire of Tzeentch, glean magic, treason of Tzeentch. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Tzeentch firestorm. Gateway, Earthing, Magical Reserves, Greater Arcane Conduit. All right, good stuff. We'll look at it more when they become relevant and we're actually able to unlock. Let's go ahead and get Hezxus. Jeez, how do you say that? Hezxus. Hezxus? I don't know. Hezxus. The black. Upgrading Searing Doom. Plague of Rust is always fun, right? That reduced armor is always a good time. There's also Glittering Robe for your own purposes. I don't... The Lore of Metal is one of probably my least used throughout all my time playing Total War Warhammer 1, 2, and 3. Let's go with Searing Doom. That performed quite well. We'll unlock this path and we'll see what comes in handy. He is going to be our battle sorcerer, right? I don't want to necessarily focus on things like wound and all that because he's going to be used in combat, I think. So Searing Doom, that's our skill points, and that is mostly our turn done. We should research the mystical banner and move towards... actually, hold on. Mystical Banner allows us to get the Temple of Tzeentch. Physical resistance plus 3% for all units for each active gift of Tzeentch. Holy! Okay, interesting. And Path to Glory reduced soul cost to devote to Tzeentch for all characters. And there is Enchanted Idols down over here. Tzeentch Corruption plus 2 from Chaos Altars and Tzeentch Corruption plus 1 for each active gift of Tzeentch. Interesting. We have over here as well the Scrutiny of the Dark Gods, increasing the experience gain for Marauders. Takes us to Charioteer, unlocking the Warband upgrade for Chaos Chariots. Alright, okay. Infernal March has got that movement range and reinforcement time reduction. That's actually huge, isn't it? That's huge, isn't it? Causes fear for aspiring champions and Undivided. Okay, this is it's gonna be tough. Let's go ahead and get Mystical Banner, and we'll get the Temple of Tzeentch. That physical resistance plus 3% for each gift. For all units, that sounds pretty good. I think I want Temple of Tzeentch sooner rather than later. And then we have, of course, this situation over here, our authority. And as you can see, the level of authority gives us various boons to our units, the upkeep cost reductions, the casualty replenishment rate. So based on various skills and stuff that we take on, and I assume decisions we make as well, like from events, they will impact our authority levels. And it'll impact the benefits we're getting for the various units in our armies. Anyway, that is this turn done. I know a long turn, but it's mainly because we were talking about mechanics and stuff. Let's go ahead and actually hit that end turn button and move on. First episode of a new DLC's showcase is kind of like this, but new episode will be releasing tomorrow as well, where it'll be a lot more purely gameplay focused. So grant 3 units the Mark of Tzeentch. Very well. Every pitiful, twisted soul pleads for the blessings of change. Have them pledge their worthless lives to the Changer and alter their fates forever. Recruited units can be permanently marked for a single Chaos God to receive greater benefits from Dark Authority. Units are marked via Warband upgrades accessed on the Army panel. So, you mean if I go to Warband upgrades, if I go and pick you, when you say mark, you mean one of these, right? Because when they become like Marauders of Tzeentch specifically, they get the mark. You can see that icon come and go. So I suppose I could do that. It costs very little. I say that, but money's kind of tight right now, right? So I could upgrade these Marauders into Marauders of Tzeentch. What does it do? It gives us barrier. It gives us magical attacks. There's no reason not to do it apart from the cost, the increased upkeep as well, I suppose. And I guess we'll lose the experience we got. We got the Marauders of Tzeentch with spears as well to make them anti-large. We do lack anti-large, right? Well, maybe not a terrible idea. Why don't we go ahead and make 2 of you We're going up against Skaven. Do we really need anti-large? We might. I can't recall what they have in there. Alright, let's see. This is all good, thank you very much. Black Gulch, can I see absolutely anything in here? Not at all, not even a little. I hate being at war with the Skaven. Always have, ever since Warhammer 2. I love playing as the Skaven. Being at war with them, not a fan. Alright, let's go ahead and get 2 of you upgraded to the Marauders of Tzeentch. Kind of expensive. But you gotta spend money to make money, right? Upgrade you. And let's go ahead and upgrade you to the regular Marauders of Tzeentch. Yeah, there you go. Got our total favor bump over there. So, again, spend money to make money and increase movement for 5 turns. Gonna take advantage of that as we rampage through these lands and push towards Black Gulch and try and get rid of that pretty much right away, right? Oh, we can actually get peace with them. Tempting. They only have the 1 settlement, though. What can we do in terms of deals here? We can trade with the Sarl. Maybe. Defensive alliances, nothing else really, right? Okay, sure. So let's go ahead and get a trade agreement with the Sarl, I suppose.
Always ready for a headbutting contest.
There's a balance offer opportunity. An extra 232. Won't complain about that. Go ahead and propose that offer. Good stuff. Good stuff. Excellent stuff. Alright. Let's get a move on, right? Did I recruit anything in here? I can. To get ourselves more Marauders. We can afford it. Dragon Ogres, yeah, don't mind if I do. Oh, they are so pricey. 2,401. But they're so cool, though. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Who am I kidding? Plus 497? Oof, money's gonna get real tight. That's real tight. Hey, all the more reason to fight, right? All the more reason to fight. Let's go ahead and actually force march, please. All the way up as far as we can go. And I don't think I even need to use war coordination. I mean, I suppose I could. Can I? I cannot. Right, the legions. Keep forgetting about that. Go ahead and end the turn there. Hopefully we can go ahead and take Black Gulch and be done with the Skaven, right? Nice and early. By the way, oh jeez, those are more stacks than I was expecting. Well, okay, I say stacks, but one of them is literally just the Lord. 6, 12, so that's 18, 19. Alright, we should be able to take them on. I think we'd be fine. I'm not going to cower from this. Yeah, let's move in. Oh, if we can reach him. Yes, we can. Beautiful. So just want to mention again, as I was saying earlier, folks, I know this episode has largely been mechanics explanation and stuff for quite a bit of it, but hopefully you're okay with that. Tomorrow we'll have another episode releasing around the same time, and that'll be more just full steam ahead gameplay, focusing on making progress and playing this campaign like a proper full-on campaign. Let's take a look here. Yeah, we should be okay. We should be fine. To the battlefield we go. Pyrrhic victory predicted. Let's try and do at least a little better than that, right? We could encircle and have them sally forth if we feel even remotely nervous. You know what? Looking at this layout, I'm a little concerned at just how the AI might treat it. Let's see if we can't get them to sally forth. It's the only territory they have, so they were not going to be able to, they shouldn't be able to recruit. Oh, we'll find out. What's the worst that could happen, right? Leave it encircled. Let's see if they sally forth and try to attack us. End the turn there. See what they do. But again, folks, if you're enjoying this series, I should mention, again, my apologies for repeating myself. Don't hesitate to let me know. Hit the like button down below. Leave a comment if you have any thoughts or opinions. Man, dude's mean, eh? But as I was saying, don't forget to, or hesitate to hit the like button down below and leave a comment if you have any thoughts you'd like to share about my approach or whatever it might be. Names, y'all know how it is around these parts. Sacrifice 1,000 souls to Tzeentch is the goal here. Every soul signifies a life that could have been, where fate fluxes around every path not taken. Send them to Tzeentch, and as the Raven God is empowered, so will his faithful servants be also. Souls can be sacrificed for rewards such as faction-wide boons and demonic units in the Gifts of Chaos panel. Access from the main campaign interface. Yep, all good. We already sacrificed a few, I suppose. There's Mystical Banner. Cool. And send the submitted. Give a vassal a war coordination target to gain 2,000 favor. Yeah, let's see. Can we... 9. We're 1 short, eh? 1 short. We gain 3 per turn. Alright, we'll do it soon enough. Let's pick our next tech. I want that Temple of Tzeentch for that physical resistance. They did not sally forth, but I'm sure we caused a touch of attrition there. We can stay put for another turn if I'm feeling at all nervous. I just don't like the layout of this space. Give it one more turn. Give it one more turn. Soften them up a bit more. And then we'll dive in. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Alright. We'll take Black Gulch and just eliminate the Skaven and then not have to worry about them ever again. In this region, at least. Being at war with the Skaven always...
Queen has resurrected the dying god. Urson returns to the Kislevite pantheon. The world is healing, but remains wounded. Rifts still scar the landscape. Although, they are dormant for now.
See, what I find really interesting about this is that they have chosen a canonical ending to the base game. They've picked a canonical ending, which is very fascinating because that directly influences how all the other DLC is going to play out, right? Pretty cool stuff. Either way, let's go in. I've run out of patience. I already have so little. Let's go ahead and dive on in. A close victory predicted now. We're not going to auto-resolve. Let's dive on in to the battlefield. Alright, let's see how this plays out, because there are quite a few reinforcements coming in. We got these guys coming in about 2 minutes, not very large, and we got, oh, you know what, I said quite a few reinforcements, that's not true. The bulk of the reinforcements are actually already in here. Let's go ahead and, yeah, take that chance, channel that magic. Come on, baby. Don't do me dirty. Ah, god damn it. I deserve that for my hubris. Start deployment, and how do I want to play this? Ooh, hello, these guys are all the way up over here, eh? Sure, I mean, I don't mind that. We'll send them in. A bit more of a hodgepodge army this time around. A bit more to manage and think about, I suppose. Could send the spawn up this way. Try and capture this point. Maybe send them up this way. Pretty complicated map over here. Not a lot of room to maneuver. A lot of narrow walkways and stuff. Okay. Just trying to figure out our approach over here. Let's go ahead and get you guys up here. Pushing up this way, maybe splitting up and going up both ways. In fact, why don't we go ahead and get these two guys over here, and they'll actually come through and go up the other way around, I think. We'll get the Dragon Ogres as well as the Chaos Knights with Lances, perhaps, on the other side of the battlefield. It is quite far away. It is quite the distance. The only person coming in over here is a single individual, so even if we lose sight of things, it won't be the end of the world. Let's get these guys over here to supplement and come in from the back, hopefully. Get these guys over here, maybe push in, capture some of these points nice and early, see what needs doing back over there. So these guys are all okay, those guys are all okay. What about these three? These three, I said. Let's go ahead and get them back over here as well, perhaps. Just so we can force the AI to look at us down over on this side a little bit as well. Right? And see if we can't get the Dragon Ogres rear charging alongside the Chaos Knights with Lances. We'll see what comes up, but I want to try and get these guys a free run to that capture point over there, and then we'll see if we can get in deeper as well. Again, this is a larger army than the last time, obviously, so it's not going to be as simple, I suppose you could say, as last time, but I think we'll be fine. Get you up over here, get you up over here, get these guys. Sure. We'll pull you in, we'll use you to harass where possible, and let's get these guys up over here, fire away at whatever makes an appearance. Let's begin. How are we looking over here? A couple of clan rats with spears, clan rats with shields. I mean, again, spears are a little concerning, you could say, but we have barriers to help us out. Let's push up. We might even be able to drop Searing Doom all the way out over there. A little too far away, eh? A little too far away. That's okay. Get these guys up over here. Send these guys into these Skaven Slave Slingers. Up over here, what are we looking at? Interesting circumstances. Go ahead and deal with these slingers. The Marauder Horsemasters. Bring these guys up a little bit. Yeah, they've actually spread out and covered all their bases. Pretty good, pretty good. Go ahead and fire away over here. We've got the Screamers coming through as well. Hopefully they're able to actually navigate. They look like they're pulling back. I don't know why, but come on now. Send you in, send you in. Here's the charge coming in from our spawns as well. Let's actually push into these clan rats with shields. In we go. Give me a nice clean charge over here. Oh, look at that. Good hits, good hits. Beautiful. That's a decent bit of damage. Not going to complain about that at all. I'll take it. And up over here, how are we looking? Screamers, can we get you down in there, please? Can we get you guys firing? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Send you up. Send you up as well. Let's go. No, not that way. No, not that way. This way. This way. Oh, whatever. Just do whatever you want. Do whatever you want, man. Into these Skaven Slaves with spears. Get the Screamers back. In the air. You guys can fly. Come on, get up, and into these Skaven Slave Slingers, please. All right, good stuff. How are we doing over here? The spawn are doing all right. The spears have gotten involved, I think. Let's go ahead and pull back. More spears coming in over here. Are we looking up over here? Doing okay. Move up to there. Send these guys in. Quickly as you can go. Quickly now, quickly now. Clan rats with shields over here, eh? Gotta make sure we don't get too caught up and distracted elsewhere. Because the battle is spread out across multiple locations. Get these screamers back. These guys are tied in. Let's go ahead and use Searing Doom. Where? We got a nice clump up over here. Sounds good to me. Vilitch, why don't we go ahead and pop the pink fire over here as well. That should look pretty, right? Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness, both of those spells at the same time should absolutely wreck these units. Yeah, they're giving up on the fight. Good stuff, good stuff. Where are my screamers? Pulling back, I hope. In the air, I hope. Never know. Vilitch, push you up over there. The sorcerer is... Let's go ahead and pull you back. Just play it a little safe. Spawn, get you back over here, please. We're doing alright. This barrier is a little low. And the towers are starting to show their ugly faces. How are we doing over here? Yeah, see, let the Marauder Horsemasters get caught up in there. Get you guys out of here, let's go. Oh no, sorry, that's the Warhounds. Let's pull back though, get some ranged work done over there. Doing okay over here. Can I get these Marauders in to that capture point? Even Slave Spears over here. Get you up over here against the Clan Rats. Up they go, up they go. Down over here, how are we looking? Send you running up. Can't believe this is debris that we can't go through. Let's go ahead and get another Searing Doom down over here. Vilitch is chasing up over here. Good stuff. Holding these guys. There's a Searing Doom coming through. Yeah, good stuff. Not the best cast. It wasn't the most crowded, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. Trying to get some damage in. Let's send the Sorcerer up as well, just so they're able to get involved as the battle moves further down. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. And over here, how are our spawn looking? Oh. Surrounded. That's how they're looking. Forgot we had a bigger reinforcement pool coming from this side. And we get around these guys, get away from here. Let's see if we can't push through. This is looking all good though. We're looking back over here. We're capturing this point. Yes, excellent. Getting these guys to break as well. Good stuff, good stuff. Focus in on those clan rats over here. Can we charge into these clan rats with shields? Push up over here as well. Buddy coming up from back there. Gotta keep an eye out for that. Those towers are causing me some hurt. And yeah, we gotta get out of here. We got fully sandwiched over there. I got bamboozled. Let's get the sorcerer over here if we can. Maybe we can pop a Searing Doom over there. It is far away, so I have my doubts we'll get there in time. We'll see. We'll try. We'll try. Fire away over here. In the meanwhile, Vilitch, let's go ahead and pop this like so. Hopefully, we'll cause a decent bit of damage and break these guys completely. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Come on, come on, come on. Capture this point. Capture this point. Don't get distracted. Cap that point. Alright, holding line there. These guys are able to push through as well. Need to capture this point. I think we've defeated that unit over there. This is concerning me, though. These spawn... We might lose the spawn over here. Took a few risks with them, but again, we'll have access to them again soon enough, right? Hopefully. It's a handful of turns still. Yeah, they're completely surrounded over there. Sorcerer's still coming over. He's going to take way too long to get over there. This mosh pit's looking alright. These screamers aren't having a good time. They are not flying away. Need them to do exactly that, please. And of course, we want them to pull away from where the towers are once they get up in the air. Almost done capturing that. Almost done over here as well. Once we capture this, we'll try and push up this way as well. There we go. Push up this way, please. How we're looking over here. We're capturing that, yeah. Gaven Slaves coming through. Get the Warhounds in there as well. Maybe try and break those guys. We'll win this battle. I'm not concerned about that, but the spawn are a lost cause. Bit careless with them. I was a bit careless with them. I'll admit my mistake there. But we'll definitely get a nice Searing Doom down to get our vengeance, right? Get these guys up over here, taking their sweet time moving. We're looking over here. Chaos Knights coming through. Good charge, perhaps, maybe. Kind of an awkward charge, actually, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's kind of messy. That's messy. But this charge down over here should be nice and clean. Head on down. Give me a good hit. Come on. In we go. Break them. Come on, break them. Oh, look at the distance there. Good stuff, good stuff. Decent bit of damage. Some of them might actually rout. Most of them might stay. Let's go ahead and pull back and hit these slingers. Let's get the Dragon Ogres charging into these Skaven Slave Spears. Yes, they are spears, but a charge from the back should get them to break pretty quickly, I think. Alright, we've got the Screamers back. They've replenished their barrier, which is good. Again, I just wish I'd stayed a bit more on the ball with our lovely Lovely spawn. I was a little careless with him, but hey, it'll be fine. Can I just get a little bit closer to pop the Searing Doom on this clump over here? That would be lovely. Vilitch, keep moving. Maybe let's move towards that central point, actually. These guys are taking their sweet time, aren't they? Let's go. Quickly now, quickly now. Alright, how are we looking over here? Get the knights back. Dragon Ogres came through. They did their work. Yeah. Send them up this way, actually. Because then we can get some rear charges up over here. Get the knights charging down again. Good clean downhill charge should do the trick. Come on now. Come on now. There we go. In we go. In we go. Give me something beautiful. Give me something glorious. There it is. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. Caught these guys in a little rat trap, didn't we? Most of them are giving up on the fight. This might be it. Gotta rush back up. The Dragon Ogres send you up against these slavers. Or slavers, these slingers. Oh, Skaven slaves behind us as well. No, no, no. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? No, 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 no. Come up this way. What were they doing? Oh my goodness. That cost us some time, if nothing else. We're looking over here. Looking all right. Sending you up. Yeah, all good, all good. Sorcerer. Yeah, lagging behind. Because these guys are obviously rushing up that way. All good. Because we've got this battle in the bag. Got this battle in the bag. Go ahead and pop the blue flyer of Tzeentch, perhaps. No. Can we reach with a pink fire? Ooh. I don't know how this will work, actually. If this will work, I should say. Let's try it. What's the worst that could happen? In we go. You know what? It worked. Oh, it worked. It worked. Get the Dragon Ogres charging in from the back over here. Right into the back of these slaves. Let's go. In we go. In we go. Give me something beautiful. Nice. Nice and easy. Is that the victory in the bag? Oh, Vilitch has to dive in over here. Break him. Break him. I believe in you. Alright. I mean, not the best use of that spell at all, obviously, but I'll take it. Just trying to cause enough damage to break these guys and get army losses triggered. We've come up over here, moving in towards that victory point. I could send a unit over here to collapse some of these towers and stuff. Just a little concerned about some of the other damage that's coming through. Let's go ahead and pop this over here. We got a nice clump for the Searing Doom. Let's see what that does. If anything, hopefully it'll come down and they won't be able to dodge it too well. Decent bit of damage, actually. Decent bit of damage. Bring the Sorcerer up this way. 20 seconds so we can pop it again. Oh, that's gonna hurt, isn't it? That's gonna hurt, that's gonna hurt, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, that hurt a lot. That hurt a lot. Into Buddy over there. These guys are looking alright. Let's go ahead and pull everybody up quickly now. We're going to capture this victory point next. Vilitch, can we go ahead and pop that pink fire over here? Nice and clean. Come on. Yes! Oh my goodness, that feels great. Oh, that feels great. Push you in. Push you in, let's go. Vilitch, come in. Yeah, it's gonna be a big mosh pit over here that we're gonna come out on top. Just gotta make sure we don't get caught out by, you know, by lightning or anything like that. And where are we with you? Searing Bolt coming down over here, I think. That should do the trick. Hopefully it's decently positioned. I might be a little... Oh, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Folks, I'm having the time of my life over here right now. This is great. This is great. I said this during my Empire, my Empire, Immortal Empire's playthrough. Total War's back, baby. Total War's back. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, here we go. Another pink fire. Go ahead and pop you like that. Oh, no, 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 no. That was a misclick. It's okay. It's okay. We got this battle. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. Send you in. Have we captured this point yet? Almost? No, we've got it. We've got it. It's just a matter of time. Vilitch will be able to pop. Go ahead and do this. I have a little patience. I wish for victory here and now. That was not bad, actually. That worked out quite nicely. Did a lot of damage. Morale is dropping as well. Just gotta tip that balance. Just gotta tip that balance. These guys are coming down over here. Go ahead and pop this over here again. Another Searing Doom coming through. Jeez, if this is what every battle is going to be like, I'm up for it. You know, pit me against more Skaven. No, no, no. I take it back. Famous last words. Alright, victory over here. Turn around. Get these guys moving in as well. Taking it a little too lax right now. I'm resting on my laurels a bit. Send the Dragon Ogres down over here. We're actually getting rid of some of their commanders as well. Let's see some of these charges come through, shall we? In we go. Good stuff, good stuff. In come the Dragon Ogres as well. Oh. Laughing at the infantry charges as they come charging through themselves. Good stuff. Though we're taking more damage than I would like. I wish I'd captured that point earlier. Would have reduced the hurt we're suffering. How are we feeling over here? Feeling okay, feeling okay. There's like a couple of units left, eh? Like a couple of units left. Dive in over here. Push you through. Skaven Slave Spears back over here. Really willing to fight. Keep forgetting just how willing they are to come back into the fray. Sorcerer can perhaps move up. We've like been blocking this construction for the longest time. But we've made it through now. These guys are mostly all shattered. Maybe hit these clan rats over here just to get them to shatter rather than just be a rout. Maybe. Get a hit or two in. We'll see how that plays out. We're doing alright over here. Let's go ahead and send these guys around. We've captured this point. What are these? The pink horrors? Just been sitting pretty for a while now, I guess. Not bad. Not the end of the world. Not much is the end of the world when you're feeling this on top of the world. Go ahead and capture that point, actually. We lost a couple of units, didn't we? I think we lost our Warhounds quite potentially. And these Marauder Horsemasters didn't have a good time. We, of course, lost the spawns as well. That was me being very careless. No, don't tell me I... Okay, no, I didn't. Good stuff, good stuff. I was worried I let them rebuild. There we go. Alright. We're okay, we're okay. These guys are coming up this way. Go ahead and fire some shots. Oh, that must be it. That must be army losses. Looking like it. Is that victory? That's victory. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. I love it. I do love it. It could have been cleaner. It could have been better. You know, a little rusty here and there. Those poor Chaos Spawn. They did so very well, but I did throw them into the meat grinder, and they got fully surrounded. I should have punched through when I had the chance. I thought I had a little bit more time than I actually did. They got surrounded and just absolutely wrecked by all those slingers. The same tactics that I would have used have been used against me, and you know what? I paid the price. It is what it is. I don't mind eating losses like that when they come. But yes, we lost those three. Everybody else is intact, though. So actually pretty pleased with how that went. I'll be honest, pretty pleased with how that went. Even these Marauder Horsemasters survived, nearly getting 200 kills. I wasn't even paying enough attention to them, and they got 200 kills. 457 kills. Now, let's be real, these numbers are inflated. We were fighting against the Skaven, so all these numbers are inflated. Of course, everybody got, 100 kills plus, except for the Pink Horrors, who were sitting very pretty for very long. 225 on these Marauders. Oh, man, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Got a handful of souls in there, got a decent bit of favor as well as experience, of course, and naturally we have the settlement too. Ooh. No, I do not wish to subjugate them or gift it to the vassal. We will occupy this one again, like I was saying. Kind of want to have that another settlement where we can build some of the lower tier buildings, right? So occupy this one. Good stuff. Gained a Norse Berserker. Don't mind if I do. Gained a Beast Tamer as well. Cool. And more Finrot, as well as Hadar, as well as Clan Mange were all destroyed in that one epic battle. So, yeah, not too shabby. We can recruit quite a bit up over here, actually. We can get ourselves some Chaos Trolls, some Marauder Horsemen, and some Marauders as well. And in due time, in 11 turns, we'll be able to get another 3 Chaos Spawn. I'm going to make it sound like that's not a long time, even though it truly is. I will be okay. What can we actually build here? Oh, you know what? Right, of course. My apologies. We are playing as one of the Warriors of Chaos, so we can't take that traditional approach. Good stuff. Completely forgot. That's my bad. I wonder if maybe I shouldn't have just gifted this to one of our vassals instead. Or just left it behind, really. Warband upgrade costs minus 20% for all units in the region. Oh, actually, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. But that's good to keep in mind. Most of our unit recruiting, of course, is going to happen in the field, as you've seen, and through gifts. Though we do have access to some decent units that I'll have to build accordingly. Right, fair enough. Well, folks, that is where we're going to call it a session today. These are supposed to be you know, an hour long, sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. You know how it is. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, again, I said it a couple times. I hate to repeat myself, but one more time, folks, hit that like button down below. Leave a comment if you're having a good time. If there's anything you'd like to see differently, let me know down below as well. I always read all of the comments and, you know, try to apply feedback and thoughts however I can. If you're not already subscribed and you're interested in Total War Warhammer 3, I can promise you there will be much more of that on the channel going forward, so don't hesitate to subscribe either. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.